Industry analysts play a vital role in the public relations process. I'm Weinkrantz here at Geekdom today, and we are going to go visit with James Brehm, Senior Analyst with Compass Intelligence. James, welcome. Let's talk a little about first, who is Compass Intelligence?
Sure. Compass Intelligence is a boutique industry analyst and consulting firm. Was founded about 6.5, 7 years ago by Nico Burney and Stephanie Atkinson. Stephanie used to be the head of vertical market research for Frost & Sullivan and then went on to set up the vertical market practice at Instat. Nico was the chief economist and chief market strategist for Instat. They met each other at a few industry events and decided to go out and change the world and basically do this job differently than other firms had been.
Okay. And prior to Compass, you were with Frost & Sullivan. What did you do there?
Yeah, I spent almost 9 years with Frost & Sullivan in various roles. I would say the majority of my time was spent in the role of a growth consultant, and to Frost & Sullivan, and to the term growth consultant, everything that we did at Frost & Sullivan revolved around helping our clients grow their business. And what I specialized in was doing a lot of the bespoke research for or on behalf of our clients. Some was syndicated research that went into our sustaining or subscription practice and doing deliverables like that. But most of the work that I did focused around doing specific client-defined analysis on behalf of our customers.
So what is the role of an industry analyst, especially today?
The role of an industry analyst is really to provide third-party, unbiased research, definitions, market sizing, market direction, market forecasts that are easily understandable about the state of the, and what I focus on is the state of the technology and telecommunications marketplace.
Okay. And you were recently a commentator. You're on CNBC at times. What insights do you provide to major networks?
Yeah, sure. So I've been talking on CNBC quite a bit lately. CNBC found me just by basically doing some Google searches and looking for somebody to talk about a subject, and they've been very happy because I am unbiased in a lot of the research that I do and a lot of the information that I provide. We also provide them with access to all of Compass's research, so they know what we're looking at from time to time, and they can come to us and say, hey, we are going to be talking about such XYZ company next week. Would you like to participate? And oftentimes I'm on there and it's with Wall Street analysts, and Wall Street analysts are jaded by what the market direction is, what the economy is doing, and also by the sentiment, consumer sentiment around a particular company. I'm not. I can go in there and call the baby ugly if I need to,
Good, yeah.
or say things. I have often been, this, Alan. I have often been called an Apple hater by some of my friends. It's not that I'm an Apple hater. I have a PC here. See, it's
yes.
not a Mac Air.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not carrying an Apple device, although I do own Apple devices. But they make a great product, and I'll never ever say anything bad about their supply chain, or unless something goes wrong with it, or about the product and UI or anything like that. I'm not necessarily a PC fan. I've had multiple PCs from different vendors, although I worked in the PC world for a number of years. It's that I do think there's differences in the ecosystem and architecture, and I prefer a little bit more open ecosystem than what Apple offers. So, where people are touting these types of ecosystems, I'd say, well, wait a minute, there's some problems with it, and this is the stuff I don't like, and I guess that's maybe where I differentiate myself from some of the fanboys out there.
Okay. How do you differ in terms of analysts being different in a lot of ways more substantive than journalists and bloggers? Like in my work, I will pitch a story but I'll say, hey, call James Brehm because he can document, or he can give you a good insight into machine to machine or wireless or something to do with a client I might be working with. How do you differ?
Yes, that's a great question, Alan. We don't just listen to and buy into what people in the marketplace are talking about, right? So if XYZ company says, hey, we got this great widget on blah, 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 an industry analyst is going to have interviewed all their competitors,
right,
or most of their competitors, have a general understanding on market acceptance, is going to have a division of their company that's done end user research, buying the acceptance of and validation of that in the marketplace, and understand if it's going to work in the marketplace, if it's not going to work in the marketplace. Generally speaking, most industry analysts have a very regimented approach and a very regimented methodology as to how they do their research and forecasting, and can explain that in 2 paragraphs or less.
So James, you probably get lots of pitches from people like me. And oftentimes my clients will ask me, well, didn't you reach out to, the analyst at XYZ or in your case at Compass? And I will oftentimes have to politely explain to my clients, I don't push these guys. I might be a little tenacious, but I tread, water real carefully with my relationships with people like you, because I know and understand, the volume of pitches and the volume of email that you get from people like me or directly from the vendors. How much email or how many pitches a day or a week do you get?
I'm glad you're asking that, because you have absolutely no idea. There's very little time in a day to actually, because I'm actually trying to do research during the day, to even respond to all of this.
Take a look at my inbox.
These are pitches.
This is today. This is email from today only. This is yesterday. I haven't even gotten through everything. If you take a look, okay, the last email of the day came at 9:36 p.m. It's a pitch from a large service provider wanting to let me know something. One of the things that you do very well, Alan, yourself, is you make the pitch relevant. It's concise and it's relevant and it's timely. It's not, and a lot of the times we get pitches that aren't so relevant, that aren't at the appropriate time, that just seem to be that white noise that takes up a lot of space and time in our lives.
So you were telling me yesterday afternoon you got a great pitch from a PR person. Describe a great pitch and what was good about the process.
Yeah, so this particular PR person from a major service provider didn't just send me a random email with no follow-up or anything. I got an email from him asking for a little bit of my time. Then he picked up the phone and actually called me directly. And it was relevant, it was timely, and it was very concise. He said, XYZ company is, I'll say who it is. He said, Vonage is making a major announcement tomorrow. Our CEO would like to be able to discuss that with you so you have all the facts on what we're actually doing. Do you have some time? And then blah, 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 this is what we're doing, to explain it to me. It took me all of 3 seconds to say, oh, the CEO would like to sit down and talk to me? Absolutely, because that's the best pitch ever. If it isn't just words coming at me, it's I can actually interact with this person and then find out, maybe 3 or 4 levels down why they're doing something.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
So what's the best way to get on your radar? Just as a start.
Shoot me a quick email asking if you can have a quick discussion. Okay. And talk to me.
Yeah. And you're focusing on what areas right now?
That's a great question, because at Compass we do so much, but my true focus right now is on the mobile ecosystem, machine-to-machine communication, or any device that can be connected, will be connected to the internet and to other devices. Truly, that's what machine-to-machine means. So it's connected devices and all these different things talking to each other. Trillions of devices are going to be collaborating and communicating with themselves and other devices. And also, the importance of the cloud and what cloud computing is doing right now.
So don't pitch you on a new word processor. Don't pitch you on a new iPhone case.
Don't pitch me on a new iPhone case unless it connects to the internet somehow.
Okay, well said. Okay, so best way to follow, find, discover your content.
So compassintelligence.com is our website. We've got many different blog feeds and Twitter feeds and things like that. Twitter, at James Brehm. Skype, james.brehm. Facebook, you name it.
You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Google
Okay.
me, CNBC. I'll see you there.
Great. Thanks for your insights and most of all your time. This is Alan Weinkrantz with James Brehm, Senior Analyst for Compass Intelligence, signing off from Geekdom in San Antonio.